Hello, welcome to Passion for Marriages. Thanks for joining us today. This coaching video on Passion for Marriages is called the Jonah Mentality. Have you ever disliked someone who is living for the world? Did you dislike them enough to want God to forego the possibility of their salvation? That's how Jonah thought. Jonah, you know the fish guy? Jonah hated the Ninevites because they were the brutal, wicked capital of the Assyrian Empire, which terrorized the nations around them, including Israel. God told Jonah to preach repentance to them, but he ran the opposite direction toward Tarshish.
Jonah 1 verses 1 to 3. Now the word of the Lord came to Jonah the son of Amittai, saying, Arise, go to Nineveh, that great city, and call out against it, for their evil has come up before me. But Jonah rose to flee to Tarshish from the presence of the Lord. He went down to Joppa and found a ship going to Tarshish. So he paid the fare and went down into it, to go with them to Tarshish, away from the presence of the Lord.
Jonah did not think the Assyrians deserved to be spared from judgment. God raised up the prophet Jonah, who prophesied to King Jeroboam that God would restore the borders of Israel. Jonah was hoping that Assyria would be destroyed. When God called him to go to Nineveh, he knew what God wanted to do, so he ran. He didn't want to see them forgiven for their atrocities, and he boarded a boat to Tarshish.
Jonah 1 verse 4. But the Lord hurled a great wind upon the sea, and there was a mighty tempest on the sea, so that the ship threatened to break up.
After dealing with a contemptuous sea and much rowing, the crew threw Jonah overboard. God appointed a great fish, some say a whale, to swallow Jonah and deposit him onto dry land near Nineveh.
Jonah 3 verses 1 to 3. Then the word of the Lord came to Jonah the second time, saying, Arise, go to Nineveh, that great city, and call out against it the message that I tell you. So Jonah arose and went to Nineveh, according to the word of the Lord. Now Nineveh was an exceedingly great city, 3 days' journey in breadth.
The people of Nineveh repented. Word even reached the king, who issued a proclamation for fasting and everyone to be covered by sackcloth. Jonah was not happy. He was angry and asked God to take his life. Jonah went to a lot of trouble to try to thwart God's plan for the Ninevites. Have you ever thought like Jonah, that some people are not worthy of God's love and salvation? I must admit, I've had those thoughts, but no one is unworthy of his forgiveness. I have seen that the worst, former sinners make the best disciples. Be sure and subscribe, like, share, and comment to our channel to get more of our videos. 2 Corinthians 9:8. And God is able to make all grace abound to you, so that having all sufficiency in all things at all times, you may abound in every good work. Thanks for watching and have an awesome week.